Hello everybody and welcome to Ddfr. I am your host DDF and today we are going to report on the Anaheim Ducks 6-3 loss to the Philadelphia Flyers. Alright, let's just get straight into it. No other host is going to be on today. Just me, DDF. I'm here to talk to you guys because this is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous. You're going to be sitting here like, yeah, that was a bad game. Yeah, you're right. That was ridiculous. No. What are these expectations that this fan base has already? Look, we won 6 in a row. Just because we showed that we can win 6 in a row does not mean that we are a team that is going to consistently win 6 in a row. They've lost 2 in a row now. Look, this is a learning year, guys. Stop freaking out. This was a shit game, and I'm glad they had this game. You know why? Because they need to have shit games like this so they can fucking learn from them. That is what this year is about. Stop missing the mark. The year is about growth, and I trust Greg Cronin to turn this team into a team that looks like the team that can win 6 games in a row all the time. When he turns them into a team that looks like that, later down the line, then we can have expectations. Guys, these kids are still learning how to play in Cronin's system. You heard him in the press conference afterward. He hated how they played tonight. He thought, we have the puck a good amount. It was any time that we got near those lines, man. Their blue line, the red line, our blue line, didn't matter. Turnover. Bad. But we're missing the mark. That's not what this game was about. The mark is youth. Look at what happened. Leo Carlsson is the youngest Duck in history to record a hat trick. He is the only NHL rookie so far this year to record a hat trick. Pavel Mintyukov is a point off of the rookie point scoring lead. He's a defenseman! Guys, stop writing this team like they're going to win this year. I get you can be critical. Yep, that was a bad game. They need to recover. Instead of, need to win the next one. No, they don't. They need to learn from this game. That is what they need to do, is learn from this game. I didn't care that they lost this game. At the point where they played so bad, what they needed was a moral victory, and they fucking got it. The team fucking got it with Leo Carlsson scoring a hat trick. It was beautiful. His second goal, the one-timer off the rush. Are you kidding me? Are you actually kidding me? Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh my goodness. Look, I don't know how Cronin is going to respond. He said he was just going to have to keep drilling in all of these new lessons that he's been teaching them in practice. Dude, do whatever you're doing because, like, the team looks better. They do. Like, they lost, but I still liked watching the game. Couldn't say that last year. Even if they scored a hat trick and got blown out, I was like, at least this player got a hat trick. But the rest of the game, I just... no. I enjoyed the game because the Ducks still were playing decent. Whenever they actually had the puck in one of those zones, they played well. The second they got one near one of the second the puck got near the blue line, the red line, or any fucking line, the Ducks just couldn't make a good decision. And guess what? This team's young. They're going to learn the NHL and the NHL's tendencies more and more. And guess what? They're going to learn to make good decisions. Okay. Some other things to know. Zegras didn't play in this game. Killorn took his spot on the top line. And, man, Killorn with Leo Carlsson, that might be a really, really good connection. And it might be hard to put Zegras back on that line. And to be honest, it may not be a bad idea to have Zegras on the third line, so it allows him to go up against easier competition, and it gives him a chance to be the driving force on the third line. Like, a line with Adam Henrique and Jakob Silfverberg, to have the skill now of Trevor Zegras on that line, there's a good chance they might start producing more goals. And if the Ducks aren't in a playoff spot come the trade deadline, Zegras playing alongside Henrique is probably going to bump up Henrique's trade value if they end up having to be in that situation. So, looking down the line, guys, Alex Killorn, he gives this team more options. That's fantastic news. Look, the defensive structure was poo this game. They allowed way too many odd man rushes. Dostal looked mortal in this game. I'm not blaming him for the loss. I don't think that he was the reason they lost. I think they were sloppy, and that's the reason they lost. But he didn't play good enough to give them a chance to win. And that's okay. With young goalies, that's okay. There's going to be games like that with them. This dude needs to develop, and I think that maintaining John Gibson as the starter is probably the right move. But you give Dostal a little bit more than a backup role. You give him like a 1C role. Instead of a 1A, 1B, you have 1A. You have 1A plus with Gibson, and then you have 1C with Dostal. Like, not half the games, but don't have him only play like 20 games either. Give this kid some NHL experience so that next year it can be a 1A, 1B situation. Alright, yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say about this game. Again, it's a learning game. It's a learning game. It was a learning game against Pittsburgh. It was a learning game against Philly. You don't want to have a ton of learning games, but with their next opponent, I think it won't be a learning game, and I think they might have a good shot at winning the game. That being said, the Anaheim Ducks play against the San Jose Sharks on Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's 6 Mountain Time, 7 Central, and 8 Eastern. The game's going to be on Bally Sports for anybody in Southern California. I believe in NorCal, it's on NBCSA? I could be wrong on that, but I'm almost positive it's on that. Either way, rest of the country, you're looking at ESPN+. Yeah, San Jose is rough. I don't know how, but they might be worse than the Ducks last year, which is a feat I did not think I was going to be saying about any team this year. And the Ducks last year looked like a team full of Pierre-Luc Dubois playing his last shift in Columbus. Like, that kind of effort, that's kind of what the Ducks' entire team looked like last year. They were kind of just tripping and stumbling everywhere, really lost, had no idea what was going on. Yeah, the Sharks might be worse. This is a game the Ducks should absolutely win. And this is a game that the Ducks should absolutely tear apart the San Jose Sharks. They need to get in the win column with this game. It'll be very disappointing if they don't, and a little concerning if they don't win this game. Hopefully Zegras is back in the lineup. Hopefully, I don't think Leo will be playing, but my guess is if Leo comes out, Zegras goes and centers the top line. Killorn stays on the top line with Zegras and Terry. I like Alex Killorn a lot. He had a lot of really smart plays. There were a lot of times where he made a play where I'm like, man, if the defender wasn't able to get a stick on that, that's a tap-in goal for us. And I cannot wait to see this team rip apart the San Jose Sharks. Like, sorry, Sharks fans. I know it's kind of dunking on you, but, like, the team needs it. After 2 tough games in a row against Pennsylvania teams, the team kind of needs to dunk on the Sharks. All right. Well, that is it for this one. Thank you all so much for showing up and watching. I appreciate everybody who shows up and watches the DDFRs. Hit that like button if you like what you saw. Hit that subscribe button if you really like it. And I'll see you in the next one. All right. Bye-bye. Oh, no, 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 no.